Some breaking news right now. DPS apparently did reach a deal with the teachers union after nearly 24 hours of negotiations.
They started at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. 9 News reporter Darius Johnson joins us live from DPS headquarters. So what's the deal?
Hey there, Gary and Corey. I'm going to be a little bit quiet right now because on the other side of the camera, you can still see DPS and DCTA at the table. But we know one of those negotiations, or with the contract negotiations, it involved teacher pay as well as classroom size. Now, one thing when it comes to it, we know that the teachers were asking for a 12% cost of living increase. They've been able to get a 6% cost of living increase, which will also include additional steps and lanes that will increase that total to 8.7%. Then after year 2, the cost of living adjustment will be set by the state, and then there could also be a $1,000 one-time bonus. There are a couple of things that I still want to be able to talk out with DCTA and DPS when it comes down to it. If the state isn't able to provide those things, who will then provide it? Those were two of the biggest things. We're still trying to figure out about that classroom size. We know initially the classrooms were capped at 25. They were asking for anywhere between 20 to 25. So we're going to see exactly where they stand with those things right there. You can easily hear them clapping in the background as all of this goes on. Joe, if you can just turn the camera around, you can see them all getting up from the table right now. We do know that the superintendent, Alex Marrero, he is in here right now. Right before we started our live shot, they said that they would make him available for us to do a quick interview. I'm going to see if he's ready to talk to us right now if we have some time. I'm going to see what our producer says, and then Gary and Corey, if you all have any questions in the meantime, feel free to throw those at me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, the good news, obviously, is that they came up with an agreement. I mean, there were questions as to whether that was going to happen, and it took a long time, but apparently they got it done.
And Darius, you know, you were saying that they were really wanting 12%. Oh, it sounds like you have an interview right now.
I'm shaking hands. That's in the mood I'm in.
All right, we're going to get an interview with Alex Marrero, the superintendent. He says he's shaking hands. You were up all night. You were here. Talk to me a little bit about where you all are right now.
So I misjudged a little bit. I thought it would be midnight, so I was off by, 8 hours, but it was all worth it. Never did I have a doubt. Never did I have a doubt, because I know there's passion on both sides of the table, but when there's so much passion and there's so much complexities, we have to take our time. This is not something to rush. So would I do it again? Absolutely. I wish it was there was not a board meeting in a couple of hours, right? Because I'll see how I can pull that one off. But excited, never did I have a doubt, because I believe in putting our actions behind our words, and we displayed that today.
It seems like when it came down to a lot of those negotiations and things that were being presented at the table, it seems like you all essentially met in the middle and came right there to listen to what DCTA had to say, and they also listened to what you all had to say.
Absolutely, in part why it took so long, right? So meeting in the middle requires quite a bit of effort from both sides. So I want to give DCTA a tremendous amount of credit. There was a lot that they wanted, and as well as our side. And meeting in the middle is a great way to say it, but when it comes to certain things that we both wanted, i.e. compensation and benefits, we really showcased all the neighboring districts that if you believe in getting results, you put resources where they matter, and they matter in the classroom and all those support systems as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you'd like to add after a long night and even a long day ahead? And hey, you have teachers who are walking out of here right now to get ready to go into the classroom after spending the night here. That's
right. What I have to say, I think this is just the beginning. We really believe in public education, and we need to do something better federally, right? Because it shouldn't be so hard to make sure we can reward those who are doing the work. Perfect. So we have to really scrape a pot, and it shouldn't be that way. So that's for the federal folks. Let's do something better.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, you all, that's what we have so far this morning. We're going to continue to talk to more people that are around from DCTA as well to just get their thoughts on the agreement as well. But here you just heard from the superintendent of DPS, who has been up all night into the wee hours of the morning as they've been trying to get this new contract signed and reached.
Darius, do we know if this is another 3-year contract?
Yes, it is, Corey. This is another 3-year contract that will take them into the year of 2025. Okay.
Yeah, what a different mood than it was 3 years ago, right?
Boy, is that true, with the strike.
When they couldn't reach an agreement and went out on strike.
And you know, I'll be completely honest with you all, especially around the 7 a.m. hour, many people were holding off on those interviews because they were so optimistic. And I believe I said in one of those live shots, the mood was anxious but hopeful at the same time, because many of them knew that an agreement would be coming because, hey, they were up there at the table listening to everything that was going on. So it really took a lot of give and get when it came to get to this point.
Yep,
Good for them for all coming together and working through the night to come to an agreement.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, Darius, good job today. Thank you. Appreciate it.